Hey there, explorers! Welcome back to our Cruising Around Hawaii series. This morning, the ship arrived in Kauai, and as we exited the ship, I requested a lift, and we walked across the street in the designated area to wait on them so we could get to the Lihu airport to pick up our rental car. That's our first glimpse of the island since I woke up. Okay, we're getting much closer now. You'll want to hear our tips for this leg of the journey, so hang around until later on in the video. Tomorrow we'll be taking a tour down toward the south end of the island, so today we chose to drive to the North Shore to see the Kilauea Lighthouse and Wildlife Refuge, and made 4 stops before we got there. Our first stop was Waialua Falls, which spills 80 feet over a rocky ledge into a freshwater pool below. And this double-streamed waterfall is easy to drive to and can be seen without a hike.
If you're of a certain age, well, there's a really good chance you've seen Waialua Falls many times before today. Waialua Falls featured in the opening theme of a TV series that lasted 7 seasons. Can you guess? Are there any planes flying by? Fantasy Island. The plane bringing guests to Fantasy Island would fly up the Nepali coast and past Waialua Falls before setting the passengers down. The most memorable star of the show was Mr. O'Rourke's pint-sized helper or sidekick, Tattoo. I think that
Drove for about another 10 miles for our second stop, which was for Opa'eka'a Falls, which is a 151-foot tall fall and 40 feet wide. It's located on the east side of Kauai in the Waialua Valley. It's located just 2 miles up Route 580, and the signboards pointing to the falls lookout on the roadside are easy to spot. third stop was in the town of Kapa'a, as I heard we would find good shave ice there. But I also found Vicky's Fabric Shop, which is a great family-run store to buy some Hawaiian print fabrics. I bought seatbelt covers for my car back home there. We also stopped for a look at the beach here, and we went into the He-Fat General Store and got the best shave ice of our trip. It included macadamia nut ice cream and was so good. We decided to take a walk through town, look for some shave ice. I'm going to check out Vicky's. Okay, we got these at He-Fat General Store in Kapa'a, Kauai.
Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. currently. All right, I hope I've convinced you. I've got more to tell you after we make this turn up ahead.
Then we finally arrived at the Kilauea Lighthouse and Wildlife Refuge. What a beautiful area. The cliffs and the crashing waves, the birds. We really loved it. We highly recommend making a reservation for this. And by the way, sorry for slaughtering many of these names. Then we stopped at Anini Beach, just to see it really, but we didn't sit or swim. We just saw that it seemed to be a peaceful, gentle beach and would be a great place to sit for a while on a weekday and soak in those negative ions. We spent a good long time at the lighthouse, but then after that we stopped at Tropical Taco in Honolulu for lunch. The fish tacos were great. After lunch, we moved on to the Honolulu Pier for great views. This would also be a nice beach to sit at if you have the time. Once we left the pier, we went to a beautiful church that was built in 1837, as you'll see here. We could have gone a little bit further to see Tunnels Beach because that one doesn't require a reservation, but we decided to turn around at the church. Please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and leave us a comment.
I'm sure your eyes have been drawn to the amazing cliffs on our right. The pointy triangular one is called Haugen. I personally think that would make a great name for a local craft beer.
We stopped at Kealia Beach, which has a really active surf. You'll want to be a strong swimmer to get in the water here, but the sounds of the surf really add to the experience here for me, as well as the peachy orange-colored sand against the deep blue color of the water is just beautiful, as well as literally being complementary colors. And now, on to the tips. We suggest you use autoslash.com to get your rental car. Give it a try. We thought it was really convenient. If you use Alamo Car Rental, you should sign up for their Skip the Counter option for an accelerated experience. Visit Wailua Falls in the morning for the best light. Reserve a time slot in advance on recreation.gov for visiting the Kilauea Lighthouse and National Wildlife Refuge if you're going to the North Shore. The views are really beautiful, and you can see a Hawaiian goose, red-footed boobies, frigate birds, and more. Reservations are required. Reservation tickets are just $1, so if you're not sure about your arrival time, you could purchase more than one. Entrance fees are $10 for adults, and the lighthouse itself is not currently open for touring. Also, be aware the north side of the island gets a lot more rain than the south side, especially during certain times of the year, so plan accordingly. We only went as far as this church that we visited that I'm not really sure how to pronounce, and then turned around because we didn't have reservations for any beaches further toward the Nepali coast. But next time I would visit Tunnels Beach, where there's currently no reservation required. Thanks so much for watching. Aloha!